Well, I got another day at the house, and I'll start on the seeing if the 55 will turn over. It's pretty tight in there, so I'm gonna go from underneath and see if I can get a socket on it and see if it'll turn over. I'm back on the 55 Roadmaster. I'm gonna try to pull the plugs out, take a look down in the cylinders, and fill them full of Marvel Mystery Oil, let them soak for a while, about a week or so. Now we got all the plugs out. They all look pretty consistent, a little flooded, a little rich, but they are no rust, nothing weird looking. They just all look consistent. That one's just got a little bit of dirt on it from when I set it down in the battery tray. But yeah, they're pretty decent actually. Now I'm gonna take the scope and look down into the cylinders. The scope that I have uses my phone. I'm not sure if I can record the video on that app, but I'm gonna try to. Oh, and there's also an AC amongst these Champions. I don't understand why that is, but anyway, I'm gonna go to the scope, and if I can record it, I'll record it, and I'll show y'all what I see. Well, I got the other side off on the passenger side. Again, all the same, just, you know, a little rich, but no rust, no issues. All look about the same. And man, I'll tell you what, this car, real easy to get to the plugs on. So I'm gonna switch back to the scope these the best I can with this cheap camera, and see what I got. Now, to start off with, I'm going to spray some Freol. I've watched a lot of channels say that Freol is some good stuff, so I'm going to spray the Freol in there first, let it sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to pour Marvel Mystery Oil on top of it. Well, now it's time for the mystery. And throw some Marvel Mystery Oil down it, and let it soak. I'll be going for another week or two. That'll give it enough time to do its mystery. Okay, well, it's been a little over a week. I'm gonna pull the plugs on it and see if it'll turn over and blow out the daggum oil and everything I put in there. See what happens. Alright, so I'm going to use my jump pack here. I've got the ground hooked up to the ground. May just hook it straight to the block if I need to. I got this hooked up to the power distribution block, and this ought to be my crank. See what happens. Probably gonna spray me right in the face. Oh, I gotta put this on boost. All right. It's clicking, but it ain't turning. Alright, hang on. Well, as predicted, it shot everywhere, so that's a good sign. It's got compression. Well, we're going to get an idea what the patina look like. It's going to look like. And again, I got it all over me. Shit. Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, I don't have a tripod, so I'm going to try to set this somewhere. Set this somewhere here. I don't know if any of this is going to work, but maybe you'll be able to see something. But anyway, it turns over pretty free. Sounds like it's nice and free. I don't hear any clanking or clunking or anything bad. I might hear a little bit of valve train noise, but that's about it. Okay, so we got the cap off. Looks pretty clean. Looks like a fairly new cap. Somebody tried to mess with it. This old Carter 4-barrel carburetor. And there's the points. They look kind of crusty. I'm gonna get it up on the lobe, sand them points, and check the gap, and see if maybe somehow it'll have some spark. Okay, we're gonna see. Got the points cleaned up, got them adjusted. They were tight. They weren't no gap whatsoever. Got the rotor cleaned up. I haven't even checked the firing order. I'm just gonna go with it and see what it does. It's got spark. Let's see if y'all can see it here. Let's see. Sound like it tried to kick over. And here's the proof that it actually ran. The rat's nest that blew out of the exhaust. There's some carbon down there and some rust down there too. But yeah, it definitely ran. Oh, back on a 55 Roadmaster, I'm gonna try to just put some gas down it and see if it'll start. It's been a couple weeks since I've been here. I just want to see if it'll kick off again like it did the other day, or a couple weeks ago. But we'll see what happens. And I ain't got much time. I'm just don't do it quick start. Hopefully it'll start. Well, back on the 55, I'd messed with this carburetor. I think I did a video on that. If not, it had some broken pieces in it. Anyway, I bought a cheap Japanese carburetor I'm gonna stick on here. I'm in the process of jam nutting the studs out right now, and hopefully I can get this done and get the new carburetor in. I'll let you know. See what happens. So after a ton of modifying and some crappy screws, I finally got that plate on, adapter plate on. That took way longer than it should have. But the damn thing's on there. I ain't taking it back on. Well, I probably have to, but I don't want to. Anyway, let's continue. Well, it was working. So after a little bit of tuning, it runs a little better. Let's see, we're off right now. Put it in the on position. Yeah. Let's see. Starts up pretty good. Go back in here. I was going to show you, it ain't smoking near as bad as it was. It's still missing. Still got some tuning to do, but it ain't smoking like it was. Now we'll go in here. Shut it off. But yeah, these two wires right here go to the old carburetor, and whenever you start these cars, you got to turn it on and then press the accelerator all the way to the floor, and these two start the car. But I have all that bypassed right now. But anyway, it runs, and there's the old carburetor. Like I say, there were some pieces broken in it, so I would prefer to run it, but I can't. Go back to on, and look at this. Okay, look at our fuel gauge. Go to on. It goes all the way up to full. This is our oil pressure. See, it's down right now. And our amp meter. See, it's down right now. I'm gonna start it. Oh shit. Now, our oil pressure. Not as up as it was earlier. And it's charging. The oil pressure. Let's get a little down. Oil pressure going. There's the oil pressure. There's the oil pressure. Good oil pressure. Still ain't got no brakes. I gotta figure out brakes at some point. But anyway. Woo! I just I was looking at this. Fan blows. That's crazy. Oh, that's cigarette lighter. Yep, fan blows. Of course, the AC ain't working, but you know, turn it off.